Well, well, well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to. Well, here's the thing I needed to say is that I originally was not going to talk about this man on this channel specifically because, in the interest of fairness, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just let you guys in on something. Is that I work in a casino as my day job. It's what I do, and I have been doing this for just over a year now, and whilst I haven't quite seen everything, I have seen enough to suggest that perhaps, maybe in some cases, well, perhaps maybe Bossmanjerk might be the only case where, because I'll be talking about him again on that channel as well, where I'll basically be saying is that he'll be teaching all the world how not to gamble. So let's find out, because apparently he got arrested in Virginia or something like that, and he's now serving 5 years in prison. I've heard about that, but I have no way to verify this, so let's just deal with that separately, and we can deal with what we've got now. So, Bossmanjerk, also known as Bossmanjerk, burst into the world of streaming in 2019, and has since firmly established himself as a casino streamer. Now, interestingly enough, I know quite a number of casino streamers myself, but it's not a full-time thing. It's not something you need to have something to fall back on, especially because, well, as the old saying goes, there is no hand that will break your fall. And when you fall, especially in casinos, especially in gambling, you're going to be falling for quite a long time. And you might be falling for such a long time as that when you finally hit the ground, you might not be coming back up again. I'm just putting it out there because I want this to almost be a very cautionary tale, as it were. This guy, seemingly just an ordinary fan of gambling, quickly turned into a true internet star. His streams are always full of viewers who watch every spin and win, but don't be deceived, behind this shiny facade lies something much darker. Bossmanjerk doesn't just play at casinos, he creates the illusion of easy money. That's what real gambling does, to be honest. Gambling is literally the illusion of easy money. If you think it's easy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, here's a very strong reality check. It isn't. And I've seen people lose hundreds of pounds in minutes because they don't know what they're doing. I've seen people who just have no self-control, but people who vaguely understand what the rules are, but they have no time for patience. They have no time for consideration for the validity and the toxicity that what will happen if they gamble away things they can't afford to lose. So yes, and literally, people like me have to go through rigorous health and safety assignments so that we can identify problems with people who have chronic gambling addictions. And thankfully, I haven't necessarily had to put too many of these things into use. There are some things that look a bit coy, to say the least, but nothing too outrageous from what I've observed anyway. This might only just be through my experience, but it's still one of these things you've got to be ready for. He portrays himself as a successful player, although in reality, as well known, the casino always has the upper hand. His successes are actually a well-planned spectacle designed to lure in the naive and gullible, exposing the truth behind the shiny facade. Delving deeper into the world of casino streamers, I came across one particularly disgusting practice. Widely prevalent among them, including Bossmanjerk, these guys use fake money for their streams. That is true. This is something that Trainwrecks TV, this is something that XQC have done a few years ago, and they received quite a lot of backlash because of the things that they did. And, well, it's kind of for the reasons why they don't really do it anymore, because they're not playing these games because they believe they're going to be winning. They play them because they've been sponsored and paid to do it. It's like playing network computer games, but with cheats. The winnings they demonstrate are nothing more than a smokescreen created to lure naive viewers into their networks. They also receive special bonuses from casinos, which seem like real money, but in reality it's just another way to keep them in the game without spending their own funds. Playing on viewers' emotions, Bossmanjerk skillfully plays on the emotions of his viewers, showing big wins and creating the illusion of easy victory. This makes his audience believe that they too can win just as easily, but it's pure deception. In the long run, the casino always wins and the players always lose. Hidden casino advertising. It's no secret that many casino streamers, including Bossmanjerk, often strike deals with various platforms. This means they get rewarded for bringing in new players and play with fake money. Thus, every stream of his is nothing more than a cleverly disguised advertisement aimed at luring new victims into the clutches of the casino. Damn. So, Bossmanjerk is glorified bait. That's exactly what he's doing. Casinos he collaborates with. Like most streamers on our blacklist, Bossmanjerk is a promotional agent for Stake Casino, although he sometimes plays on other platforms like BC Game. Distorting reality. Bossmanjerk often only shows the winnings, creating an unrealistic picture of gambling. This misleads viewers, hiding them from real risks and potential financial losses. Influence on the audience and social responsibility. Bossmanjerk, like many other casino streamers, has a significant influence on his viewers. This is especially true for those who easily fall for bright images or are unfamiliar with the topic of gambling and stumble upon his streams by accident. Furthermore, besides playing slots, the streamer goes live for playing computer games, thereby targeting both teenagers and people who were previously distant from this topic. The constant demonstration of big wins and ignoring losses creates a distorted perception of the reality of gambling. Under the influence of his streams, people may start spending more and more on gambling, hoping for a big win. This can lead to serious financial problems, especially for those who cannot control their spending. Bossmanjerk portrays himself as supposedly against gambling and for social responsibility, but words have nothing to do with the actions. He continues to play and print off people who lose large sums of money in the casinos he collaborates with. So, as far as this website, casinosincanada.com, is concerned, he is on a pretty large blacklist. In conclusion, it becomes clear that the activities of Bossmanjerk and similar streamers have a detrimental impact on society. They not only contribute to the spread of gambling addictions, but also profit off people, earning from their losses and dreams of easy money. It's important to approach such streamers with a critical mind and understand that behind their shiny facade lies a cunning marketing strategy aimed at manipulation and exploitation. It's necessary to realize that each of their streams is not just entertainment, but a tool to attract new players to casinos. So dear reader, be vigilant and don't allow yourself to be deceived by bright promises and false hopes. And Bossmanjerk finds himself on our blacklist, written by Mike Collins. And yes, there is a little bit more to this as well. I'll leave this here, ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys can see it as well. It's like, what do casino streamers like Bossman actually do? Are the winnings real? How do they influence their audience? And well, these are mostly just from the article we came across. So, aside from all of this, there's only other certain things I kind of wanted to discuss before we leave. Now, as I said before, I do want to make a larger video about this on the channel. I talk about casino life, and I also want to do a couple of videos here and there discussing about probably a lot of the controversies that Bossmanjerk finds himself in, because it's not just Bossmanjerk. I think other people who do this sort of scummy behavior, like XQC and Trainwrecks TV, they are not exempt from criticism just because they deny it. They have a much larger following than I do, and they have a lot more sway, and their opinions are a lot more impactful because more people listen to them. So that's the thing I have to understand. You gotta get behind, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you encourage this sort of behavior, then don't be surprised when people are going to act on it. Like, if Kai, this is why people like Kai Ceneni will not do like gambling streams, because he knows fine well that that's the sort of thing that's going to taint a person's reputation. And unfortunately for people like Bossmanjerk, I think, for what I've heard, is that his reputation is already scarred and pretty badly tainted as a result of what he does. And, well, unfortunately, these guys have, like, no one to blame but themselves. But I'm sure we'll be able to know the full story in a later video. So, I hope all of you guys have learned something about this, and please, if you do have any other questions, please make sure to hit me up, and I'll see what I can do about it, because don't fall for this, ladies and gentlemen, because I haven't seen it personally, but I have heard horror stories about great men who finish up in the gutter thinking that chasing easy money is easy. It's not. It couldn't be anything but. And with all that being said and done, I hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now. Play safe.